Good morning. Bit of a somber way to start the day of the National 50. I've just said bye to Chanel and Juliet for the best part of 3 weeks, which honestly I thought those days were gone with stopping World Tour stuff, but here we are. They're heading back to New Zealand this morning, 5 a.m. taxi. It's currently 5:30. They're a 5 a.m. taxi out of here to get back to New Zealand. Not for great reasons, if I'm honest. It'd be nice for them to see family. I would have loved to have gone, but there's a lot here. Flights are eye-wateringly expensive, and yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, but we're here, National 50. Did not think I would be up at 5 a.m. with the whole family on a race day like this, but we are, which is kind of novel, but yeah, like I said, not for good reasons. Juliet did get a little taste of her own medicine. You know, we had to get her up. She was not happy about it. She was like, no, which is usually us. So, National 50. No stripes up for grabs today, and I would love to sit here and tell you that I'm in the form of my life ready for this, but you know, we'll do the best we can. Usually pre-race day in the past, I would be sat up in my bed, resting, going over course weekends. Instead, I was at a school disco with my daughter, trying to keep her away from all the snacks, all the sugary snacks. So, but that's the beauty of life now. So, for those of you who don't know the UK TT scene, very rapid rundown. These races are all run on open roads with traffic, but the reason it is 5:30 in the morning, or time trial o'clock, is the roads are quiet this time in the morning on a Sunday morning. I know that is quite heavily regulated with traffic counts in the weeks leading up to an event. They go out, literally count the traffic. If it's low, we race. If it's high, we do not race. So that's that. Luckily, the National 50 is close by. No jersey up for grabs. You do get a hat. I guess you could wear the hat afterwards if you won. And yeah, this is the highest level of time trial racing in the UK. It's different governing body to British cycling, different set of rules. I'm on a triathlon bike without a UCI sticker, that's fine. There's no one's going to be measuring sock height. You can have socks up to your knees, which a lot do. You do have to wear a hard shell helmet. You do need a light on the front and the rear. Front wheel depth is not as liberal as the UCI. They're quite hot on how deep your front wheel is because of open roads, traffic handling. Makes sense. And lastly, yeah, so this is the Malden 10. The Malden 10 is club level. That's the bottom of the sort of level of racing. You can enter on the day, a couple of quid. This is a few more quid to enter. Not much, right? £12, 15 pounds, I think. You have to enter 3 weeks in advance online, and it's all a bit more official. Nationals come in different distances and lengths. So this is the 50, that's 50 miles, 80 kilometers. Next weekend is the 100, that's 100 miles, 160 kilometers. Then you also have kind of the ones that I'm more familiar with, the 10 and the 25, 10 miles, 25 miles, 16, 40 kilometers. Done those, won a lot of those as a junior. I've never won one of these as a senior. It's always been a goal of mine, but you know, the World Tour stuff's got in the way. And then they also do the Circuit Champs, which is on a lap. The hill climb, which is up a hill. I've done that. Don't care to do that much more again. That's real niche. There's videos on that. I recommend going and looking at that because there's no regulations on the bikes there as well. So those bikes are getting down into the 4 kilo marks. And the 12 and the 24 hours, which is more distance based. Bit like the hour record, but 12 and 24 of them. You go as far as you can, not on a velodrome outdoors. Those are wild. Probably not going to do those, if I'm honest. Yeah, and then today's the 50. So John Archibald's here. He's probably the main opposition. He's probably the guy that's going to win it. He's very, very good. Very good. So yeah, anyway, I should probably not be in my house and be on the road. It's luckily a 10-minute drive away. Preparation is mediocre at best, I'd say, for this, but you know, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to see some friends, and we're going Probably have another coffee or two before we start. Hi, Mr. Pritchard. You're doing the road bike?
Yeah.
Oh, you fraud. You've got a time trial bike.
Yeah, I know. Just thought it'd be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I'm kind of maybe regretting that right now, but...
Yeah, I would be for 50 miles. I'd want somewhere to rest my arms.
Yeah.
Or somewhere more than that.
Yeah, I forgot to bring sponges for my arms as well.
Oh.
So it's gonna be sore. Like, I was bruised after the last one. Like,
Cool, well you have fun out there.
I'll try. You too.
Right, we're at the start. Numbers collected. The irony of riding for no pins, and I am going to have to use pins because we have to use arm numbers for these, and that is like, I understand that probably from a timekeeper's perspective, numbers facing forwards as riders are approaching from forwards is a good thing, but aerodynamically, John Archibald has not signed on yet. So, you know, can only beat who's here. But we've still got an hour and a quarter till we're off. So there is still time. It's the man, the myth, the legend, John Archibald over there. Look at that duck, number 100. The hitter. Last time John and I raced together, we did a team time trial. Well, both of us made Dan Bigham hurt, so I think for both of us that was the highlight of our careers to date. How high are your overshoes to... Whoa, look at that. Look at the height of those.
Oh, the overshoes are on the wheelie boots.
Whoa, none of us stand a chance.
I think Emily's got wheelie boots as offensive as these.
I'm glad you said offensive. Although I do have some on order. Significantly faster than those ones.
It's all about, once you've tested the tunnel and you know what you've got, it's more like it adds 10 watts of morale. What you've already got.
How many watts have you got to then with the morale plus actual gains?
Morale plus actual gains.
Plus actual power.
For instance, if I suddenly ripped it down, would I just DNS?
Right, ready to almost go. I've made a, yeah. That's the best I can do. It's not bad, but it's not great. So, I have an excuse. There's obviously not going to be any filming on course because I'm there's James Jenkins, one of the most aero men here. No, I get the irony. I'm the one here that's one of the ones here that's actually sponsored by No Pins, and I have currently 8 pins in my skin suit. For next week's 100, I will have no pins. They do some very fancy arm sleeve things. You can see them on this chap over there. Some very fancy arm sleeve things, and I will have them next week without a shadow of a doubt. Plus some John Archibald level sock length, over sock length. Yeah, it is worth talking about nutrition strategies. I've got that cheeky little bottle in there. That one. You can see it. There's the spout. Very good system. I'm going to put this thing down my skin suit just here so I can have a little halfway through whilst we're racing. Bucket load of carbs. It's not super hot, so I'm not super worried about hydration, but just carbs because we're going to be racing for an hour and a half, just about, I think. So that's what I got, and then just chewing on some caffeine. Yeah, the chews. About the only thing I can stomach within 3 hours of a start. So. Make the most of it. I wish I'd found these earlier on in my career. Oh, that would have been great. Right, let's go. See you later.
Right, Alex, I'll just say goodbye because nice meeting you.
Yeah, John, I beat John today. Did anyone else give you like a...
No, I didn't get a response from anyone.
That's a shame.
I was kind of tempted to say, like, can you let someone know, like, get me a lift? But no, everyone's in the zone. Like,
yeah.
No one gave me anything.
Yeah, I was like, well, I thought I'd at least acknowledge your presence at the side of the road, walking in cleats and a POC tempo.
I thought I might see someone else just going by and going, yes.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it crossed my mind. I was like, John's out. This could... Suddenly, everyone's like, oh, this changes things. We'll see you next weekend for that again. times 2.
I know, I guess, yeah, imagine doing that course today and then doing it again, yeah.
2 more laps, yeah. I've heard like next week's course is the one Bia Blocky did his comp record on.
Ah, that's interesting then.
Back to back 19 deads, 10 of them.
Yeah, it's a weird thought, scary thought that.
Yeah.
Glad he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right, see you there.
See you there. Thanks for coming. 50 mile TT. So I just can't do sustained power at the moment. I'm just like, whack it, recover, whack it, recover. Is what it is. That's all I got. Paying for a winter of fun. And yeah, I don't regret it. Don't regret it at all. But yeah, that was hard. That was really, really hard. And this is a disgusting course. Like, it's just really dragged. Yeah, I'm just making all the excuses. Every single excuse going I've got from today. But in a 143, it might be top 5, maybe, which is fine. Yeah, 0 expectations, 0 pressure. Yeah, just doing it for the fun as 80k TT. 80k TTs are. Pacing wise, I used the first lap. If you split the course up into quarters? No, eighths, because it's 2 laps, but each lap had quarters. Invested heavily in the first quarter because it was like uphill headwind. Then cruised, invested heavily again, and then invested heavily on the wet run-in. I think that was the right. And I can't just sit there at power. I have to get the most out of what I have at the moment. I have to invest heavily and then recover. So as soon as the speed drops, I wind up the power, and as soon as the speed's high, I wind it off and go. But yeah, next week, double the distance, faster course, but double the distance, earlier start, and it's not 10 minutes from my front door, so that's going to be a very early start. Anyway, let's go and check out the times and talk to some people. Alright, so Holly Peckover seems to think I am on the podium, which, it was nice. It's nice, but I sort of resigned myself to the fact I was heading home. Yeah, that's good. But we'll go check out the times, see who's done what.
I think going well this year.
What, you were a vet?
Yeah,
you aged out of this category.
Yeah. No, because I was up at the Lincoln, so I missed the exhibition. No, I rode that one.
They didn't put your name in it though, did they?
There.
Your name's not... Oh, it is there, sorry, I'm missing it.
Not third. There was a bit of mix up with the timings. In all seriousness, the time I had for myself was 15 seconds slower than the time that they had. I think there's been something with the electronic timing, so they time 2 or 3 different ways to stop any mistakes. So times have all been rectified. I'm like, I don't know, 5th, 6th, something like that. Paying for a winter of skiing and drinking. And like I said, I'm alright with that. Thankfully, there's a crash out on the course. There's 2 crashes. Sounds like everyone is okay-ish, like hospital, but not worse than that. So it's a shame for the event that happens, but it was a good event. Southend Wheelers ran it, so nice local one. And yeah, it's a nice event. Good to see a bunch of faces. People that don't normally do these kind of races are here, and a lot of friends that I know as well. So yeah, funny old morning with Chanel and Juliet leaving. So not normal race prep. Yeah, I've got some work to do. 100. That suddenly becomes a. Now that I've done a 50, I'm like 100. Or although apparently Adam Duggleby said it's like a tempo ride until about 30 miles to go, and then you start going. So I guess like eating competition as well. It's on a fast course, so it's going to be a case of just like sitting and riding. Yeah, but anyway, I'm rambling. I'm told not to ramble. Thanks for watching. See you next time.